Good morning, everyone. I pray all is well. I just took my allergy medicine. Just an update on my son. He did sleep last night. He also stated that he cannot promise me that he will not try to leave out of the house. Yeah, I still got my bonnet on. Anywho, he has a traumatic brain injury with unknown amount of time being unresponsive, not breathing. He received facial reconstruction surgery with plastic surgery. He was on life support for 6 days. Then he was transferred to Emory, which used to be called Kernan. I will give Kernan a 1 star. The reason being is because I went there as a mother, not as a nurse. Nurses were asking me if I should give him his pain medicine when he's sitting there crying, holding his face all around here, where he had reconstruction face surgery. He does not understand when you say, rate your pain from 0 to 10. My issue was, if he's holding his face and he's crying, give him his pain medicine. So my son had this wonderful nurse to call me because he was in pain. So she called me as I was on my way back there from coming home to wash clothes. Nobody never told me until like the third time I was coming home to wash clothes that they have a free washer and dryer. You just have to bring your own laundry detergent. The reason the nurse was calling me because he couldn't rate his pain from 0 to 10. But I could hear him crying. I said to her, give it to him. I had to stay there with my son because the staff there, majority, are nasty. I had to have a conversation with dietary because the first 2 days he was there, they were not feeding him. I used to work there on the traumatic brain injury unit. It's supposed to be a quiet unit because, again, you're dealing with patients who have traumatic brain injuries and memory issues. When I tell you they don't adhere to that, there were several times I would have to go outside of his room and say, can y'all please stop all the loud noise? I said again, I would give them a 1 star. If a patient doesn't have their family with them, hmm, why am I being asked as his mother if you should give him his medicine? So, what are you doing when family members who are not there, what are you doing when the patients don't understand? Yeah, corporate got involved because I threatened to call the state and the ombudsman. I did not go there as a nurse. I went there as a mother to make sure my son could get his rehabilitation. That included OT, PT, and speech. Those three departments, I give them a 5 star. Once we talked to the head person in dietary, she and the young man named Marquise, he is excellent. They are supposed to come around and ask you, what do you want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? But when the wonderful young man was not there, they would give him what they wanted him to have. Then I talked to a supervisor named Reggie. Excellent. So much so that when my son was being discharged on a parade diet with regular liquids, just no straw, he gave me his personal cell phone number so that if I had any questions, concerns, or comments on pureeing his food, that I could call him. Prior to us leaving, he came to the room. I wrote 2 pages of notes with the help of Reggie in dietary and Marquise on what to puree and what not, how to make it, his consistency and all. Then there was an issue with pharmacy. I was walking into the pharmacy, and that's when the pharmacy manager, I guess, he said, "We're closed. You have to come back at 1 o'clock when my break is over." Okay, I did. I was just trying to get his medication so that we could be discharged to home. My son went from taking maybe a 800 Motrin to now taking over 14 different pills because of the traumatic brain injury, the facial reconstruction surgery, the brain bleed, and the pain, and also insomnia. After we were discharged and on our way home, I get a call from the pharmacy department stating that they didn't have enough of one of his medications. It was for a 7-day supply. Transfer it to the pharmacy that we use and just get it filled. I've always been told when you get your medicine from the pharmacy, ask them to count your pills in front of you. With all the medication that my son came home with, my brain was on overload. I did not do that. So, with one of his medications, he should have gotten 15 pills.